Hello guys, welcome to the sixth part of this tutorial. In this part, I'm not going to do all this stuff like the last episodes. We are going to test new thing, and if you are happier with this method, we are going to go further with this method. Tell me in the comments if you like this or not. Okay, first, let's check something. Okay, I made a level out of this, and what did I do? First, I made a grid, and the grid has too many circles. I added them like this: create object, sprite circle. The size changed to 0.2, and the color changed. So certain layer is on background, and ordering layer is one more than our background. Our background was ordering layer 0. Okay, now, okay. We made too many of them, and the difference is only between their y values. So we made one column, and we duplicated those columns, and those columns difference is on the x value, and we made a parent for all of them and call it grid and position it in the center of our map. How it is center of our map? Because we have 8 of this, so it should be -4 or -3, and because we have 6 columns, we can use 3 as well here. Okay, now we can go here, and we added some arrow from our prefab that we had, and like this I added some, and just change the positions, but only the positions are int value. I didn't use the float type. So if you see the head position is always in 0, 0, so this is our head position, and I changed the body position so match this level. But the problem with this level making method is it takes a lot of time. For example, for just this normal and small level that we have, it takes at least 10 minutes. And it is so small. For example, if I want to make a bigger one, a one with, for example, 18 to 100 head, 80 to 100 head, it probably going to break me. For example, it takes 30 to 15 minutes, and 30 to 50 minutes, so it's so hard to level design like this. But for beginner season, it's the only way that we are going to use. In lower intermediate, we are going to make a manual level designer, but not like this, a lot more easier. Okay, what we did. Okay, first we changed something in our code. For example, my input manager, I changed, we can go Ctrl Z like this, and you can see all of these that were in primary position. I just copied them in primary contact up. Why? Because the problem with this method was, if I just click on the screen and just drag, I multiple time click on my arrows. I just wanted to do them once. So when I just drag and I release my click, then this happens. So when I just click on and drag, it saves the screen position for me, and I just added this as well. And in arrow collider, I checked if the parent of collision is not null, and the parent of collision is equal to our parent, our head parent, just return. For example, I didn't want to collide with our body, so it's for safety. It probably never happens, but I just added that as well in our line collider 2D. I don't know if you know, but we added collider that is triggered before. And here, okay, the most changes was in our free arrow here in our head mover. So let's go through it and see what we did change, what we changed. Okay, now we have this edge collider here, and this edge collider I added is to grid, so it's like escape position. The problem with the collider head collider check that we had to use it for this collider as well was if this arrow is going to move to this box, for example, think this box as this big, and if I want to just click on it and it goes a big time to just reach the box, and if it can just be free, if I click on this and then I click on this, it is going to hit this arrow and just come back, and for example this is a loss, this is 1 life, for example. So what we wanted to do is we want to do another raycast, and when we click and move our arrow, I wanted first, before we just start moving, we send a raycast to check if it reached this free zone that we have. So first I create a raycast from the position of the head that we have to the direction vector that we have, and direction vector I just changed the update of it from in update to our set is reverse and start. Why? Because we doesn't need to always constantly check for direction. We only change those direction when in the start and when R is reverse set. So if it is reversed, then we need to check our direction, and if it's not, we need to update that as well. Okay, then direction vector here, and I log this raycast as well here. If you see what did it hit, and if it is null, just return. If raycast hit 2D .collider.compare tag was equal to free zone, I added the tag of free zone to this grid, and transform.parent was not null. Why? Because I just wanted to get all of the collider that we had in our objects, in arrow objects. For example, this arrow object has this collider and this collider after it made in the game with this line collider. So because both of them are collider 2D, line collider is edge collider actually, and the other one is polygon collider 2D, both of them are collider 2D. We can get all of them by collider 2D of colliders, I named them, and it is equal to transform.parent.get components in children. Components, if you see the S, it gives us an array of something that we needed. For example, here we needed the collider 2D, and then we can go for each one. Varcol is in colliders, we can disable them. And did I change? Okay, and in set is moving, I just call if is moving, just use this free arrow, and if this is if is moving is equal to is moving, just do not come here and do anything. I don't want you, when you click on it and it is moving, if you activate it again, do something. So nothing. But it wasn't that important. Yeah, it was. Okay. Now, if you see, if I click on this, it just goes through it. But let's just, for the test, remove this and see if what happens. Okay. Now this one is just come back. Why? Because this arrow just does not delete its collider. We could move the collider with the line that we had, but the problem was, for example, someone want to, for example, we have an arrow like this, not this long, and it's blocked by something. I can fast click on this, and this is go a little bit further, then I click on this and it frees. It gets free. But it shouldn't do that, because this one is blocked by something else. So you know what I mean. Then, okay, let's just add the next episode with this episode. So let's just add win and lose conditions. We can come here and it says lose, win and lose manager, game manager. We can call it game manager. And new script, create and add. And we can come here, and in game manager we can say list of rigid bodies, 2D, list, private, and RPs, and rigid body in the start is equal to or in a wake. It doesn't important, so we can go start RBs dot get components in children is equal to get components in children of rigid body. Why we get these rigid bodies? Because for example, let's come back. Each arrow that we have only has one rigid body component in it, not two. So for example, we could get this line renderer or this transforms. All of them are one of our arrows, so we know how many arrows that we have. Or for example, with this one we can get the head mover as well. So I'm just going to come back and go head mover and do this with head mover, and I'm calling them head movers. Okay, now I have all of the head movers that is in the children of these arrows. Okay, now I know the count as well, so I can go for live private, live, for example, serializable, serialize field, private int live is equal, for example, to 3, and I'm going to add public lose live, wait lose live, and you can call this lose live as well, and public void. Another one can go what we need is public void, and I can go and say free one, free. Can come here. We do not need these head movers, we only need the number. So int, for example, arrows numbers is equal to this head movers dot links, and we do not need to waste any memory, so I can come here and go like this and delete this. Okay. Now for each head mover that we have, we can come here and go serialize field. No, not serialize field, private, and go for game manager, and game manager, we call it easy. Okay, now we can come here and say insert game manager is equal to game manager. No. Find any object by type, because we have only one. Game manager. And now I can come here and here say if a recasted hit was free zone, so it frees the arrow. It frees the arrow. You can come here and say if game manager is not null, do game manager dot free one. Okay, for free one we come back to game manager and I don't know, minus log this, I don't know. And here as well. And if these compare tag is, if it's hit something, for example, else if, but this compare tag was not equal to that, was equal to body parts, arrow part it should be, if I remember, if I recall, yeah, arrow part, and if this is true, then just come here and say for each variable, okay, we can come here and say lose life, and in lose life we are going to minus and log life as well. But I do not like to log them like this, I want to log them like this and go life is equal to life, and this one as well go like this, this is equal to this, and okay. Now let's test it. Okay, play, and we have 7 arrow and probably 3 life. Yes, and if I do this, we have 6 arrow, we have 5 arrow, 4 arrow, 3, 2, 1, and 0, and we win. We can do the win here, or we go 1, and it is live again, live. Yeah, for example, let's go for this. What? Okay, that was interesting. So okay, 2 live. Why? What? Okay, we can check the life we're losing again. But we know at least winning works. So we can come here and add UI, and for example a raw panel, or yeah, we go like this, something text. And before this, I just want to add another image, and for this image I'm just going to use something like this, and if I wanted to make it darker, and let's make it bigger. And I don't want it like this, I want it like this, but we're going to use less alpha, so we can come here like this, and text is you win. We can test it in the middle, for example with this font, and go for 250 for example, and position of 0, 0 in the middle, for 500, 0, okay, and width should be more, 550 is good, so height is 0 as well. Now everything is perfect, I think. We have this here, go here, so I'm going to use 200, 600 for example, so you lose work as well. No, 628, okay, 630 is okay. Okay, now for this I wanted to get one text mixture as well, so I come here and using TMP text mesh pro, and get this text mesh pro, come here, private text mesh pro UGUI TM, for example what, win and lose text, win and lose text. Okay, if free one happened, then, and another serialize field, private canvas, private game object, for example canvas, and I can come here and say canvas set active true, and win and lose text is equal to here, for example, what we needed to say u1 like this. We can test if it works. So this should be set to false, and I want to pass this, and this should be serialized field as well. So now let's try it. Okay, if I win, what? You won? Oh, okay, I didn't check. If, I don't know, is equal, is less than 1, then this happens, and, or if it is bigger than 0, then return, and here time dot game, no, time dot game. I don't remember that stopping code. Okay, but we do not have anything, so there is no problem. And we need to win just, and I won. So yeah, and for this one I can go here and go life is bigger than 0, return, and you lose. And there should be something that I'm missing, and it is time. Let's just check that. The time scale is equal to 0 is sync. Then the game doesn't work. And here as well. So if I lose, I cannot select anything, but my input manager still works. So I need to come here and say input manager, and yes, we can come here and say we can disable input manager. So I'm just coming back, and here in game manager I'm going private input manager and say input manager is equal to find any object by type input manager. Then here, if I lose or win, I want input manager dot set active or dot enabled is equal to false. So this should happen as well. Then we can check. Yes, if I win. Okay, I won, but I won so fast. Okay, that's a problem. It didn't move. Okay, I can fix that later. But okay, we lose fast as well. But I wanted to finish this episode here. I think we did more than enough for this episode. If you like the way we started in this episode, for example, when I just show you what I did and teach you that, or do you like it like when I'm just coding it in front of you? Just tell me in the comment, and we're going to do that from now. Thank you and goodbye.